sports family. My mother played basketball as well as my father. For them, both of their parents died when they were young. My mom's mother and my dad's father. So they was forced to grow up a little bit faster than you are supposed to, and they wanted to make sure that we didn't have that pressure or that stress to kind of cut our dreams short or to kind of change up life to survive. So they put us in a position to where we would be able to live our dreams, do what we want to do. Just first played because it was fun and I enjoyed it, and then as I got a little bit older, I started to want to have like an escape. You know, in our city, there's a lot of distractions, and so my parents always wanted us to be busy. You know, a busy kid has less time, you know, to get in trouble. And then as time started to pass, I started to understand, like, I guess financial things, money. I knew college was very expensive, and I wanted to get a scholarship just to kind of ease the burden for my parents and to kind of make sure I could set my trajectory fine. As you start to play longer and you start to see that you have a talent, you know, you start to increase your goals or your ambitions. And I think once I got to high school, I realized that maybe there was opportunity to play professionally if I continue to work. A lot of people don't get the opportunity to play basketball for a living. So, you know, from there, I just kind of made sure I focused on academics and put myself in a position to not need basketball, but worked hard in case, you know, I was blessed enough to receive that opportunity. And you know, here we are. Not very often you have two best friends, right? So I have my wife and then I have my brother. We talk all the time, we stay in contact, we push each other, we motivate each other. And, you know, just it's always good to have someone who not only that you're close to, but kind of understands your path, you know, what you sacrificed and everything you've been through. So, you know, it's invaluable. You know, as an older brother, you're just proud to see, you know, your younger brother continue to thrive, and it means that you did right. And so my goal was always to teach everything that I know and to make him a better man and, you know, hopefully a better player than me. And I think he a better player. You know, we working on the man part. But no, I'm very proud of him and I love him to death. I think it's been like a roller coaster. In Europe, you have to prove everything, especially when you come from like a small college and, you know, you don't come from NBA, or, you know, you kind of work for everything, you get it out the mud. I think for a lot of young players, it can be deterring just because you feel like you give so much to the game and at the early parts of your career it gives you so little. But if you stick it through, you keep working and you take an interest not just in the game of basketball, but the style of play and embrace fully the culture and where you're at, I think you maximize your experience. Once you get adjusted, once you get used to being away from America or wherever you're from, and once you just accept, okay, I'm here, this is different, I'm gonna give it a chance, I'm gonna be open-minded, and then just pour yourself into your craft, I think that's when you reap the reward. So for me, the early part was hard. The opportunities are limited. But as I proved myself, as I continued to fight, I was able to get the jobs that I wanted, or, you know, have the career that I envisioned, have the roles on teams that I wanted. And it took work, it took time, I paid my dues, but, you know, now I'm kind of on that part of the roller coaster where it's winding down. You know, I reached my peak, everything was good, I still play at a high level, I still enjoy the game, but, you know, I'm 36 years old, so now I'm just enjoying the last ride. But, you know, at the end of the day, I got more from basketball than I ever thought I would get, so I'm thankful. Pay for my college, take care of my family, everything, a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships, and I got to see the world, so that's a blessing. As you get older, your dynamic shifts. When you're young, you just focus on yourself. You know, you'll play what you do. As you get older, you start to notice things when somebody's down, when somebody's facing something. And then you see yourself in some younger players. You want to help lift them up. As a vet, I feel like it's my responsibility to help them maximize their experience overseas. So sometimes they'll probably be, you know, upset with me or tired of me telling them something over and over again, but it's only because I care and I see something in you. If I don't see nothing, I wouldn't waste my breath. So that's my job as a vet, to help you grow, and I pray that when their time comes and they're a vet, that they help those young players who come up next as well. anytime you have a team, you develop close-knit relationships. But I think the biggest thing is just the accountability. I think that's what real family is. You can tell someone when they're right, when they're wrong, when they're not doing what they need to do. And they might not like it, they might not appreciate it, but in the end, it's going to help them, and it's going to make the team or the family stronger. So that's kind of what I vision family. And it's not a family if you don't have ups and downs, right? You don't have quarrels, you don't have arguments, you don't have disagreements. You can't really say you love someone if you haven't been through to the low points. I think most importantly that we continue to improve, we stick together. There's always going to be hard times in the season. And I think if we do that, we can achieve our goals. We have our destiny in our own hands. It's going to be tough, but the ball's on our court. With our home court, with our fans, we feel like we can beat anyone there. They're passionate. The way they cheer for you, they're always at the games. And I know it's tough. Sometimes the games are late. Champions League games are 8:30 for us. People have school. They're on a weekday. People have work, but they come out and they support us always. Even when we struggle, the ups and downs, their passion. They feel those losses. They feel those wins. So I really like that. I enjoy the culture, the people. In Turkey, if you show love, they show you love back. And I think that's what they've done for my family, and that's what we've done. So we just continue to embrace it. We love it here, and I always told my wife that towards the end of my career, I would come back because we enjoyed it so much. So, the plan is to finish here. Who knows how many years that will be. It's a business at the end of the day, but the plan is to finish in Turkey, and I hope it's Karşıyaka, I hope it's Izmir, but, some things are beyond my power.